Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another end of the year, start of the new year video. By now we're like 2/3 through January and I don't care. My life is moving much slower because of the babies. So my January in beauty is still figuring out what worked and what didn't work last year and what I want to do with my beauty purchases and behavior, let's say, in 2023. So here we are today with a little bit of my beauty budget resolutions, setup, low buy, I don't know how you want to call it. Everybody calls it a bit differently. I have been doing for a few years now a beauty budget, and that is because I enjoy buying things that I want. I find that I have gone through a process of reducing impulsive and excessive spending on beauty products that has brought me to a level that is now okay with my finances, and this is my hobby. So yeah, this is how I want to spend my hobby money, let's say. It doesn't impact my finances, I don't mind it at all, and the thing that I do want and I enjoy doing is keeping track of things, and over the years I've kept track of how much I've been spending and things like that, and for sure things have gotten better. I've been buying less, and yeah, so a beauty budget is what it is for me. It's not a low buy. I don't have very strict rules, but I try to set myself every year a certain, I don't know, some rules to follow, some goals to have. What I wanted to do today was to look at the goals that I set myself for last year and whether I achieved them, and to set some new goals for 2023. Now, last year's goals, let's start with that. I must say that I hadn't even looked at them all year, so I don't expect it to have gone very, very well. The first item on my list is skincare only replacements. So I would have been buying only replacements of skincare items. No, I didn't. I used skincare as something that I could buy and I knew I was going to use up. So I am afraid I would call it retail therapy, or also just wanting to try new things. Skincare is something I use even when pregnant, in summer, in winter, postpartum, when I have no time to do my makeup. I always do my skincare every single day. Maybe not every single day. After my C-section, I had a little bit of a hard time getting up and doing my skincare, so that was a little bit streamlined. But anyways, I did buy a lot more skincare than just replacements, and I have quite a big stash, as you would have heard in my inventory. That was the video I posted before this one. I wanted to reduce the amount of hand and foot creams that I had in my stash, and I think foot creams I managed in the sense that I finished one last year, and I have one that is the last one I own. And then hand creams instead, I really don't use them. So I'm thinking of actually just decluttering or giving away a lot. I did that last year as well, just gifted them to friends. And I think anything that is closed, I think will be passed on, because I just don't use hand creams. I don't know if maybe it's because I'm not at the office with airco all day. Our new office that we've had since a couple of years doesn't have conditioned air. So you're not in dry air all the time. The next one was no brushes except for Refer, and I did buy Refer brushes this year, but I think I also purchased the sets from Nabla in 2022, and as I was mentioning in my inventory, I can't figure out where all those extra brushes come from, if not that I bought more Nabla sets, because I didn't buy anything else in terms of brushes, and I bought a few Refer brushes at the end of the year. No Colourpop eyeshadow palettes. Did I manage that? I think so, because my last purchase was in the Mood, and I don't think I bought any Colourpop this year. Let me check. Yes, so my last order was September 1st, 2021, so that succeeded. And the reason for that is that as much as I enjoy the mattes from Colourpop, the shimmers are just not interesting enough, special enough, and I always get really disappointed by them. So no ColourPop last year, and it worked, and I'm just gonna go with it. I think there's just in whole 2022 there hasn't really been anything that interesting from them, and I have other things that I'm more interested in. That was a good one. No foundation purchases unless it's finished, and actually I did buy skin tints this year, and yeah, that's a little bit off the books. Let's say that was not a success. I haven't bought foundation or bone foundation, but I did buy a skin tint from Rose Inc, and yeah, so that didn't work out. No concealer, that also didn't work out because I bought the Vive concealer. And no brow products until they're finished. I bought both the Nabla this year or this past year, and then the replacement for my brow pomade, but that fits in this goal. And I bought the Bushy Brow gel and pen from Lime Crime, but that's because I hated the Nabla and I needed a new. I finished my Bushy Brow, I needed a new Bushy Brow, and then I bought the Nabla because a new launch. So almost. And then the next one is have under 1,000 makeup items, which is a success because as far as I remember, I am around 700 or 800 from my inventory, including nail polish, which is a big category for me, and brushes, which is a big category for me. So that worked out, and I am quite happy with that. Another implicit rule that I've had for now more than 2 years, I think, is that I want to spend less than 2,000 euros a year in beauty, and I succeeded with that. This year I spent 1,770 euros, which with the most actually I spent 400 euros in November with Black Friday sales. So most of it went there. So the rest of the year went really, really well. And in November, I was stuck with small babies and I wanted to feel normal, and there were sales and things like that. I think that's where it all went into. So I did quite well there. My empties are not as much as I would have wanted to, and I'm not 100% sure I tracked everything perfectly, but I finished more than 850 euros worth of products this year. And then between selling makeup on Vinted or some YouTube revenue or affiliates revenue, which actually that is not much. It's mostly YouTube and Vinted or sale on Instagram that I did manage to actually sell 700 or earn back in 760 euros worth of products. Yeah, of products, I guess. And that actually meant that my cash out for the year was only 1,000 euros. So that's quite nice to see. This is a tracking that I do every year. It's not perfect, but I like to, yeah, I just like to keep track. I include here, for example, hair color if I buy it, but sometimes I include it in purchases and sometimes not. So it's not always consistent, but most of the time. And definitely more for the makeup and skincare and everything that is not daily use. So I track that for sure, and very religiously, because that's the part that needs to be under control. So overall, in the past year, I did not stick to my goals, but again, they were quite loose, and there were things that I was interested in and I bought, and yeah, I noticed that a few things that I bought I shouldn't have, like more concealers. The skin tints I'm actually super happy with. I just wish I would finish my foundations faster, but for the rest I am I think I did quite okay, especially in the expenses part. So that went okay. Now for 2023, that's more data driven. And in my inventory, there were categories that were clearly problematic, or rather overflowing with products, and things that I tend to buy because they're on sales. Oh, and then I'll use them up, so why not? And examples of this are body care, lotions, shower gels, and things like that. I really shouldn't buy anything, so that's quite a strict one that I would like to add there, because there's no reason for me to buy anything. Yeah, I have a plenty of body lotions and shower gels. I really shouldn't buy any of that, so that's a reminder for me, because I tend to go on like the Body Shop and buy nice scents or Lush and buy nice shower gels, and I really don't need them, and I really shouldn't buy them. Hair care is gonna be tricky, but I would like to not buy any hair care items this year. I have plenty of styling creams and gels or mousse to use, and shampoo and conditioners to use. So unless there's an empty category, so if I don't have any shampoo or conditioner, I will buy one, because I need to wash my hair, even though my kids don't agree with it. They don't think I need to wash my hair, so they don't give me the time to do it. But I need to wash my hair. And for styling, I have a ton of stuff to go through. So no purchasing hair products this year. I would like to be quite strict with these two categories. For makeup, I would like to no powders, even though I just saw the NARS released their Soft Matte pressed powder, and I love the Soft Matte concealer, so I kind of want to get the Soft Matte powder as well. But I have a ton of powders and I don't finish them. Like I have a big pan in my Nabla powder for the whole year, and I just can't finish them. I just don't use enough powder, and I don't powder again during the day. So just with one application in the center of my face, I can never finish all the powders that I have. So no powders, no brow products, because unless I finish all of my brow products per category, of course, like if I don't have a brow gel, I can buy a brow gel. If I finish all my brow pens, I can buy a brow pen. I'll never finish that brow pomade, so there's no risk in that. Then I can buy some, but no buying brow products unless I am out of it completely. I'd like to use all the blushes in my collection and actually reduce the amount. So that's kind of part of my project pan part of the year, but I would like to use multiple times all of my brushes, all of my blushes, to make sure I know them and I really enjoy the ones that I have, and that I reach for them, because I recently have been making an effort into using my Daniel Sandler liquid blush, and oh my god, it's amazing, but I never ever reach for it. I will always reach for a cream compact blush rather than that liquid bottle that I need to pour in my hands and then go in with a brush. It's just more work. But I just can't let go of that blush, because it's so good. It's beautiful, especially on very light coverage. It looks amazing. It looks as if it's really your own skin blushing like that. And I have the shade Spicy, and it's a really nice sunburned type of shade. So yeah, situations like this I'd like to sort out this year, and either reduce my collection so that I use everything I have, or declutter the items that I don't see myself using. And then the final goal, resolution, is to not buy any more makeup brushes. I have so many, and I'm now just living out of two little like containers with my face brushes and my eye brushes, because I don't have a desk, and I just put them on the windowsill and then I take them down when I want to do my makeup. And it's working perfectly fine. And I have a whole bunch of brushes that are sitting in storage because I don't have space for them, and I don't really miss them, except when everything is dirty, then I miss them. But for the rest, I really don't. So I don't need that many brushes, and I definitely don't need to buy new ones unless I declutter some. And I think an eye brush declutter needs to happen this year because I have way too many. Some of them are also like really old and scratchy. So those are a little bit my goals. We will keep that 2,000 euro cap, even though I think I would like to bring it down further. Main thing being that having 2 extra kids, everything is going to be more expensive, and inflation and things like that. But in general, this is a bit of a, yeah, just hobby money that I can be saving for something else that is more important in my life. Then again, feeling okay and having something to do on the side is also important, mental health and all. So it's a bit of a balance, but I'd like to keep that 2,000 euro cap. Maybe I can move it down to 1,750 since I managed last year, and maybe I can manage this year too. And yeah, that's a little bit my goal and beauty budget for the year 2023. There's a few other little things that I want to do, but they're all kind of included in my project plan. Products that I want to finish and categories that I want to bring down, but that is indeed, as I said, in my project plan introduction that I have already posted. And I think, guys, this is the last of my getting the year together and getting started video. I still have 1.5 weeks, if not 2 weeks, without a makeup station. So I was planning on doing a get ready with me and talking a bit about the twins, their birth, and how we're doing. But I'll have to wait until I have my desk. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out another video that I can do sitting on my bed to still hang out and chit chat with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me still, and I hope you have a very, very good rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.